has the best days of Rust Console already been passed? This is something I'm sure a lot of us think about when playing the game and enjoying it with friends, and kind of reminiscent on the times we had on the first couple of wipes when this game first launched. But let's backtrack a bit. The PC version of Rust launched on Steam the 11th of December 2013, and since it was something that was new from scratch, the game took quite a lot of years to evolve to where it is today. Now, a video I'm going to be referring to is the entire history of Rust clans from Jack Shepherd, something I'd recommend you to go and watch both parts, since there's a part 1 and part 2.
In 2018, GC would form with the transfer of many PP core members, where they would continue to rival the best of main scene, with the addition of top players in 2 of the best European teams at the time, SES with their leader Stenway and CL run by Haddock. They would create an elite PvP focused team. It was also during this time where Tacular and Tesla befriended Nico in the late spring of 2018.
His videos in general are a very enjoyable watch, but himself and a lot of others in the Rust community say that the years of 2018, maybe 2019, were the golden years of Rust. More specifically, just the survival aspect of the game, the competitive PvP, and how there wasn't as many cheaters as there were going to be in the years to come. So if we go back to when Rust first came out on Steam, which was 2013, and people deemed that the golden year or golden years of Rust was, let's say, between 2017 to 2019, and then have a little middle part of 2018 was when it peaked. That's 5 years from when the game first came out to the deemed peak and golden year of Rust. So the players had 5 years to play the game and see the evolution and the way the game was going down, the route it was going down, and the path it was taken to be one of the best survival games that is on the market. And when I say the golden years of Rust, I mean the competitive PvP, the survival aspect, so I don't believe community servers were as popular as they were going to be. So the competitive teams were all playing on vanilla servers, seeing who was better with in-raids and PvP. Most of them were legit, basically the peak of a survival competitive game. Now, my argument I'm putting on the plate here is, has Rust Console already gone through that period of time? So Rust Console first released on May 2021, and for the first couple of wipes it was laggy, it was broken basically. However, because so many people were playing this game for the first time, they didn't really care. They thought it was just how the game was and it was going to evolve naturally. When I first started playing the game, specifically in the next 2 to 3 wipes of the game being out, everything was unpredictable. The PvP was very much more balanced, and raiding people was seen as the way you were going to be the top dog of that server. Specifically, those players that we ended up playing against on a server where beforehand people were saying that there was this 30-man Zerg that ruled the server, and me and my team, CNQR at the time, were like, yeah, okay, whatever. So then this team actually ended up coming onto the server. They were pretty much 20 to 30 deep. They made roleplay bases, they took over an island. However, we ended up raiding them. We offlined them and we offlined the people that offlined us beforehand, thus making us the top dog of that server. And it kind of goes from server to server, like word gets out that there's this team that will come on and dominate. It's just one of those things where you have these teams, these players that are just, you know, better than the rest. We've done this on multiple servers now that because we had like all CNQR in our name, we would get reported. And specifically, we've had our accounts reported even on the Facebook Rust Console forums, where people spammed reported us because we were apparently cheating. And then as time grew on, people were saying, are you joining up this comp server? Comp being competitive, which is much more PvP based, more predictable, saying go to Brad, go to Airfield, basically just telling people where to go and having gunfights with them. However, Rust Console never got to see the true golden days or golden year of being what PC was competitively. And this was because when I first looked into comp teams and other teams that were already established on the game, most of them were playing on mouse and keyboard. Because if you don't know, a lot of the players that we first saw in the game came from Siege, and Siege is riddled with M&K players. So already off the bat, Rust Console didn't have the chance to be the best competitive survival game that it could have been, because already there were teams cheating even before comp was really known to be a thing on Rust Console. Only 2 to 3 teams were going up against each other in the category of competitive PvP. Whereas on PC, you had more legit players, you had people just raiding, and everyone was having a good time as well. in Jack Shepard's video, he spoke about cheating mouses, where people used to buy cheats for their mouse
like nothing seen before. The specter of cheating reared its head yet again. This time it was commercialized in the use of Bloody Mouse, where players quickly discovered the newly added features to this mouse to streamline their accuracy over any weapon's recoil. This quickly took the community by storm, with thousands of purchases of this mice to have that competitive edge. Now to test on the freshly made aim train servers,
which eventually got banned by FacePunch. Now, why I say we'll never get the golden years of what Rust PC had was because of how far gone the game has gone, pretty much, with cheating. As I've said multiple times, there's people that don't even like cheating, but they do it to just keep up because other people do it and don't really care about posting it on TikTok, YouTube, and they don't get banned, or a lot of them don't get banned. So people just follow suit in this case. And it's a shame to see that Rust Console never got the kind of time period that it deserved, with legit PvP, the best teams going up against the best teams. And whilst, you know, I could sit here and say CNQR was at one point the best team, which no doubt in my mind I think we were, we never joined up in the comp servers. We had two basic options that we could choose. We could either pretty much convert to being cheaters and go into comp servers and do what the rest do, or we go down the route of being a content-based team, which I'm pretty sure we were the first content-based team, where we would just make content as a team, raid other players, go against teams that, you know, weren't established on TikTok or YouTube. It's just basically going up against people that enjoy playing the game. And we chose that route, and I'd never regret going down that route, because I think the comp scene is, one, a joke, and two, we're never going to get a true comp scene like PC did in the golden years of Rust. It took them 5 years to get to the peak of where Rust would be at its best, and arguably we didn't even get that within the 2 years this game's been out, because of how far gone in how people play the game. Now, community servers could change that for everyone. Already a lot of people are getting banned, and people going on alts and then getting banned again. People are getting mad about it. I mean, if you're cheating going onto a server and you've been banned for not being legit, you have no right to pretty much cry or complain about it. I'm pretty sure there will be servers where cheaters will just go up against cheaters, and quite rightly so. They can go up against each other. I'd much rather play a legit based server and have fun against other legit players. Like, at least you have a fairer ground than what we have at the moment, because it's every single server there's a team that cheats, and that's the way it has been for a couple of months, if not a year and a half. So whilst I think the survival based competitive scene of Rust Console never got to be the best, and it's already passed because we're going to be getting community servers, which is going to enable us to get loot a lot easier, we could be getting the best in terms of legit players going up against legit players because of the admins, if the admins are good, of course, and have a good mod team behind them. What do you guys think? Do you think that we're past the golden ages of Rust Console, what could have been? Or do you think we're going into the best years of Rust Console because of where the game's at now with updates? The game is more established with updates, there's a lot more to do, and now with community servers rolling in, we're going to be seeing a lot of legit players going up against a lot of legit players, and the cheaters can either go and join their own server, or they can result into being legit once again. As always, thank you for your support. Leave a comment down below and let's have a conversation about it. My socials are in the description below. Become a member if you'd like to support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.